Welcome to Morningstar News. Have some Cyberpunk 2077 news for you, and just some fun Overwatch stuff, some art, and a little bit of discussion about my personal history with it. So let's get into it. So Cyberpunk 2077's developer CD Projekt Red are facing another lawsuit. This time the United States is getting in on it. It looks like in California, they're filing a lawsuit for anyone. I guess it's on behalf of the investors, anyone who'd bought stock since about, I think, January 16th is the date. Basically, anytime this year, they're setting up the lawsuit on behalf of anyone who's invested. Because, I mean, you look at the stocks, it's really tanked since the launch. And understandably, the game, which was developed initially for, the current gen consoles when it was under development, which were the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, are, there are people out there who say they're having a good time on those consoles, but for a lot of people, it's basically unplayable. Also, the graphics, there's so many bugs. It just looks terrible. So, yeah, they're not happy. And like I've said before in other videos, you can't even get a PlayStation 5 right now. The stock is supposed to be coming back up during the new year, but you can't release the game, have it optimized for these next-gen consoles, and nobody can play it. It just doesn't make sense. Of course, PC specs are all over the place, so there's mixed experiences there. But overall, from what I've heard, not terrible experiences on the PC. And of course, the story, everyone's saying it's a good story. But if you can't play the game, or if there's stupid bugs and stupid AI issues and clipping and poor graphics and stuff not loading and stuff like that, it's just sours the whole experience. And so CD Projekt Red said, go to Microsoft and Sony to get refunds initially. But Sony and Microsoft didn't have an agreement with them on or anything. So they were just being sent there and they didn't know what was happening. And so eventually they did start doing refunds because they had to. The game was broken. Sony eventually removed the game from the store entirely. So even if you want to play it now on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, you can't even get it through the store. So yeah, investors are not happy with this launch. It's kind of wild that the game has sold 13 million copies, and CD Projekt Red has recouped all their costs. So they're not doing terrible financially, but anyone who's invested in them, they're out a lot of money. And yeah, it's just not a good look for the company. I'm not sure what they do in the future with regards to this, because this really tarred their reputation. They were, I with the Witcher series, and then the Witcher series had them looking good, but then you hear they say no crunch, and now there's crunch, and then they're just being marred with all the issues that all the other AAA developers you hear about. So you thought they were different, but they're no different. So I guess one would hope that with a quote unquote beloved company as they were before this whole fiasco has gone under and all these things come to light and people see this, maybe it will spark some change in how things go down. But this is just a repeating cycle. The AAA games, they get hyped up to heck, and I won't go into how the community and how gamers react and how reviewers and the press and everything like that, how that all happens, and the corporation itself, the corporate culture and whatnot. There's a lot of of topic to go over here, but I won't get into it. But yeah, hopefully this sparks some kind of change, but you can't really be optimistic about that sort of thing. Yeah, this is a big deal and there are lawsuits coming, but I honestly don't see it changing much with these big developers. And now for something a little bit different, Overwatch. I actually got into Overwatch back when Sombra was released. There was an infiltration trailer, one of their animated trailers by Blizzard, for the Overwatch game when she was announced. And that really got me hooked. The whole tech and hacking and thing. She was just a lot of fun, and I had heard about Overwatch for a while before, but this really hooked me in and wanted me to get into the game a little bit. And for Christmas, my husband actually got me a little Funko Pop keychain for Sombra. Let me show you here. It's really cute. I love it. She's one of our favorite characters. I wouldn't say she is our favorite. Favorite is actually Diva. And maybe we'll go over this in another video sometime. But we actually do have a Diva tattoo. And we met the voice actor at one point as well. So yeah, lots of little background story for that on us. But what I really wanted to show you guys here was some realistic Overwatch character art. I'm not sure how these were generated, or I think they used a program to do this. But just check it out. There's a link in the description, but just look at these. It's really cool how they set these up, and how. I mean, the Overwatch characters aren't all that cartoony, but they're kind of cartoony, But this just gives it enough of a realistic look that you're like, oh, that's what they would look like, right? So it's just really cool how they did this. These portraits of the Overwatch roster. I'm just showing a sampling on the screen, but they went through and did all of them. So yeah, check them out. Mouse 316 is how I guess you would say their name. Little credit there in the bottom right hand corner. Really cool. Really cool thing they did here. And I've always kind of been a fan of. This is, I guess, tangentially related to cosplay and things like that. And just speaking about Sombra again, her voice actor, Carolina, she cosplayed as Sombra once, and yeah, it was just great. I'm just going to put a link into that. That happened, I think it was summer of 2019, so it's a little bit old news, but I just want to share that because Sombra is a special special video game character for us, and I just thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, check out this person's art in the link, and yeah, just a little bit of fun to end this video here. All right, and that's all we've got for you today. What do you think about how CD Projekt Red has handled the Cyberpunk 2077 launch? I'm curious. I mean, everybody pretty much has the same opinion from the circles that I've been seeing, that they really flubbed that up. And yeah, again, check out the Overwatch images that were generated. They're really cool. What's your favorite Overwatch character? Anyways, that's it. Take care.